Thank you for purchasing Brooklyn Concrete Landscape Products, and welcome to Brooklyn's Video Installation Guide. In the next few minutes, we'll take you through the basic steps in successfully installing Brooklyn retaining wall systems, paving stones, slabs, and deck foot. And you can do it successfully. The process isn't difficult or complex, but long-term durability and strength of the installation do depend on doing the job right. Without cutting corners or shortchanging any part of it. Even the best retaining wall and paving stone products can't compensate for a rushed job or inadequate preparation. There are three key points to keep in mind when installing any type of wall. 1. Assure a stable base below the wall. 2. Assure proper compaction of the base the wall will sit on. And 3. Assure proper leveling of the first course of the wall. Brooklyn This base should be mechanically compacted and graded to the final desired shape. Do not use bedding sand to fill dips and holes in this base. Take the time to get the shape right. Your finished job will reflect this effort. Place the edge restraints along the outside of your area using spikes to hold them in position. Line the edge restraints up using stretched strings parallel to and perpendicular to an original straight edge. The bedding course is comprised of sand or crushed stone screenings material. Level this material to a depth of 3/4 to 1.5 inches. Do not compact or walk on this bedding course. You can begin laying the paving stones in place in the desired pattern, preferably from an established straight line or corner. To maintain a pleasing color balance throughout the job, work from several bundles of stone at once. The final touches of the paving stone installation are completed by using a masonry saw to cut and fit irregularly shaped pavers where required. In preparation for final mechanical compacting, sweep the entire area. Brooklyn's deck foot is a unique patented design which allows for deck installation on varied sites. Deck foot is made with a 5.5-inch depth, so it matches any 2x6 lumber for easy construction. Take note of how deck foot can hold this 2x6, or on the opposite side, it will take the end of a 4x4. In this position, it will take nominal 2-inch lumber and hold a 4x4 upright. As well, each unit has these exclusive locking bumps which provide the ability to be stacked and maintain stability. We will look at using deck foot for both an elevated deck with For more than 45 years, Brooklyn Concrete Products has been Canada's leading independent supplier of precast concrete products for the construction, professional landscaping, and consumer markets. From our beginnings in 1952, Brooklyn Concrete has consistently focused on top-quality products and outstanding service as the best ways to meet our customers' needs. Brooklyn installed the first fielding hydraulic concrete press in North America in 1963 for the production of patio slabs and curbs. Today, Brooklyn's manufacturing operation is the most highly automated and computerized in the precast concrete industry. From the environmental controls in the aggregate storage
and efficiency. 2 4-cylinder, for example, for increased customer satisfaction. This engine features a lightweight assembled camshaft that optimizes cams, journals, and gears onto a lightweight hollow shaft. The cams are made of hardened steel for durability and extremely precise control of intake and exhaust cycles. The journals are made of steel with a high lead content to reduce wear. The gears are cast iron for durability. and a hollow steel tube reduces engine mass and precisely positions all components for peak performance. The camshaft fins are also smoother and quieter than Ford's offerings. A new composite front cover has been added to reduce engine noise, while a balance shaft is standard on both V6 models. By having this weighted shaft rotate in the opposite direction of the crankshaft, engine vibrations are smoothed out at all engine speeds. Ford's V6s don't have any way to dampen the noise or vibration they create. Look at this comparison of a glass of water sitting atop the Ford and the Chevrolet V6s. The conclusion is evident. As in the past, Ford's V6 engines continue to use onto which to mount the box and distribute the load over a wider area, and the ability to mount the rear suspension directly under the frame for better control. Ford has to use extensions to mount their springs outside of the frame, like outriggers on a boat to keep it from tipping over. This design also places a great deal of extra stress on the rear of the frame, especially if the box is heavily loaded. These forces act continually to try to literally twist the frame apart. Chevrolet springs are mounted directly under the frame so that weight is transferred directly and evenly to the frame, where it is spread out over a much larger area than Ford can offer. Up front, Ford continues its basic C-channel straight frame that resembles a ladder and boxes in the front only up to the front suspension. Chevrolet's front frame is a solid, strong box that goes all the way to the back of the cab. Obviously, this boxed-in front section can do a much better job of supporting the cab and more accurately and securely position the front suspension. Chevrolet's semi-perimeter frame is the right width in the front to support the engine and suspension, the right width under the cab to provide maximum ride and safety, and the right width in the rear to provide maximum support for the box and optimum stability and positioning for the rear suspension. Further stability and sure-footedness are gained by Chevrolet offering 15-inch wheels as standard equipment by springs or torsion bars, such as wheels, tires, and in this case, I-beams. They tend to react independently. When you hit a bump or a hole, the heavy I-beams don't want to move up or down quickly, and in fact, will emphasize the bump. In addition, the arcing motion of the wheel as it travels up and down makes the tire ride only on its fragile inner and outer edges, reducing control and increasing tire wear. Chevrolet's A-arm suspension moves the wheel up and down without arcing to keep the maximum amount of rubber on the road, for maximum control and handling, to increase tire life and driving safety. Additionally, the Chevrolet suspension can respond faster and absorb more road forces than Ranger for a smoother, safer, more comfortable ride. Still need proof? Watch this comparison as we drive each vehicle over the same stretch of rough road. Notice how the Chevrolet's A-arm suspension allows each wheel to track up and down perpendicular to the road surface, resulting in better tire-to-road contact and even tire wear. Ford's I-beam suspension only allows the wheel to travel in an arc, resulting in less tire-to-road contact and uneven tire wear. How can you claim to be tough when you can't even keep your feet on the ground? Now, let's look at the ability to perform when the going gets tough. Your customers and are working hard to get them. If you understand the features and benefits that only you can offer in a powertrain, you will have a powerful sales advantage that can convince a potential customer, especially one who is hedging. Be sure that you explain to your customer all of the advantages in engineering, quality, reliability, and durability built into the powertrains that you have to offer. If you miss making these points, many customers will assume that you don't have any advantages in powertrains. By stating them clearly, you establish the superiority of your products for the customer and clearly give them motivation to buy from you. Remember, a no trade-offs attitude is at the heart of GM powertrain philosophy. Safety is an important consideration for all kinds of customers, and the new Sierra provides a full complement of safety features. To help a driver steer around an obstacle while braking hard, GM continues its standard four-wheel anti-lock braking system. ABS helps the driver maintain steering control under extreme braking conditions, even on the most slippery of surfaces. This safety feature is combined with a four-wheel vented disc brake system. Vented discs provide better overall brake performance as well as reducing front brake wear. Currently, no other manufacturer offers this computer-controlled rear brake proportioning. An additional safety feature which helps to prevent accidents is the brake transmission shift interlock, which prevents the automatic transmission from being put into gear unless the brake pedal is depressed. On trucks equipped with manual transmissions, a similar function is performed by preventing the vehicle from being started unless the clutch pedal is fully depressed. The 1999 Sierra trucks include automatic light control, a tremendous safety feature adopted from GM are included with this suspension. GMC offers more convenience because you can match the customer's intended use more closely to the truck. GMC also offers your Sierra customers a choice of four-wheel drive systems in 1999. InstaTrack is the standard four-wheel drive system. It allows easy shift-on-the-fly capabilities from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive high and back at any speed, without backing up or leaving the cab. InstaTrack is a proven system that has been used in GMC full-size pickups since 1988. This two-speed transfer case is controlled with a floor-mounted lever, and it is located behind the transmission for maximum ground clearance with minimum step-in height. AutoTrack is GM's newer four-wheel drive system that provides automatic four-wheel drive in addition to the conventional 2-high, 4-high, neutral, and 4-low function. Pressing the Auto four-wheel drive button puts the truck in a four-wheel drive standby mode. The vehicle remains in two-wheel drive until the system detects wheel spin, which automatically activates four-wheel drive. For normal driving conditions, 2-high provides ground clearance. Both of these features are terrific competitive advantages, so make sure that you use them. Overall, Sierra offers best-in-class comfort for rear seat passengers. In addition, all Sierra outboard front seating positions are equipped with seat-mounted safety belts. This new seat-mounted placement provides excellent belt comfort because the belts move with the seats. In addition, this placement provides unobstructed access to the rear seat of extended cab models. The Sierra product family offers your customer a range of trim levels and optional equipment choices to personalize his or her new vehicle completely to their needs. The SL Sierra has a 40-20-40 split.
Mission report. 113 Alpha, Commander David Schelling reporting. We have successfully managed to travel 6 months, 2 days, 6 hours into the future to observe what kind of vehicles people are driving. With the assistance of the SAL 9000 computer, we were successful in our attempt to analyze, catalog, and prepare reports on all the major vehicles, and have now returned to the present time to deliver our reports to Mission Control. We have, however, been experiencing difficulty contacting Mission Control I only hope we can establish contact before we have to proceed with stage 3 of our mission. This is Commander David Schelling signing off.
Starship Gauvin, this is Mission Control. Do you copy? Over. Starship Gauvin, this is Mission Control. Do you copy? Over.
Roger, Mission Control. This is Commander Dave Schelling of the Starship Gauvin. We copy. Over.
Acknowledge. Attempting video link. What is your mission status? Over.
We are pleased to confirm the success of stage 1 and 2 of the mission. I repeat, stage 1 and 2 complete.
Copy that. Visual link up not responding. Stand by. Confirm stage 1 and 2 mission objectives. Over.
Roger. Confirm we successfully traveled 6 months, 2 days, 6 hours into the future. It was a bumpy ride, but we made it there and back safely.
Confirm stage 2 mission status. Over.
We were successful in observing what people are driving 6 months from now. General Motors continues its evolution with innovative advances in automotive technology, safety, and comfort. Captain Bryant and myself have completed the individual reports collected from various geographic locations across Canada. We'll send when ready. Over.
Stand by for visual contact. Roger that. You're coming in loud and clear. Nice to see you again, Dave. Any idea who won the World Series?
Negative, Mission Control. Sorry. Seems we don't have pay-per-view up here. The first report we compiled is from Rue Champlain in Quebec City, targeting small, compact vehicles. Proceeding with transmission.
Roger that. Receiving download of small compact vehicle report. Stand by. On screen.
Transponder connection acquired. Downfeed commencing. Classification small compact. Brand Chevrolet. Model Cavalier. The fuel-efficient and practical Cavalier now features a fresh new look with revised front and rear body colored fascias, front crystal headlamps, and new aluminum wheels. Cavalier's interior features the more Alero combines these handling characteristics with either the 2400 twin cam or the 3400 V6 and a choice of GM standard or automatic transmissions.
First report complete. Starship Gauvin, go with second report. Over.
Copy that. This is the mid-size vehicle report from Calgary International Airport. Over.
Copy that.
Transponder connection acquired. Downfeed commencing. Classification midsize. Brand Chevrolet. Model Impala. GM is pleased to introduce the all-new 2000 Chevrolet Impala. Performance and Chevrolet go hand in hand, especially with the newly designed Impala with its base 3400 V6, with putting it at the front of this increasingly competitive luxury utility segment.
Roger that. We're pleased with everything we've seen so far. Looks like you've had pretty good view of everything from up there. Ready to proceed with the next installment when you're ready.
Copy that. Sending next report.
Targeting passenger vans observed outside the aquarium in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Proceeding now.
Transponder connection acquired.
As well as providing the owner with peace of mind, General Motors theft deterrent systems enhance security by making the vehicle harder to steal. And that may help reduce the owner's vehicle insurance costs. Okay, now for the fun part. You're set to go for a drive. And there are a number of safety features which help keep you safe before you get going, and then while you're on your way. First, a series of personal checks that begin by ensuring that the driver's seat is in a comfortable position. You should be able to touch the floor behind the brake pedal without stretching. Now, once the seat is comfortable, adjust all the mirrors so you can see properly. Look around just to make sure. Then, put your safety belt on and make sure that all your passengers have their belts on as well. Second, there are checks built into General Motors vehicles to make sure vehicle systems are functioning properly. Most of these checks take place automatically when you insert the key and turn on the ignition. Checks for oil pressure, cooling system, doors closed. Now, if a warning light comes on and stays on, or comes on during driving with the seals unbroken and the information ignored.
Well, Richard, I guess you could.
Welcome to Henkel Canada Limited's Toronto plant, where we produce fatty acids, glycerin, and a variety of other organic chemicals. This is a safe plant for our employees and visitors alike, and this video will help you familiarize yourself with our safety rules and their application. Please take a few minutes to watch this tape completely. As a member of the Canadian Chemical Producers Association, Henkel Canada is committed to the responsible care and handling of chemicals from cradle to grave, as set out by the CCPA's guiding principles. The responsible care codes are mandated as follows: community awareness and emergency response, research and development, manufacturing, transportation, distribution, hazardous waste management, and Henkel Canada prides itself on the safe and efficient execution of each code. When visiting Henkel Canada, all vehicles must be parked in the employees' parking lot. Upon entering Henkel Canada, you must register with the receptionist or shift supervisor prior to gaining access to the plant area. A contact person will meet you in the reception area and escort you to your destination. Hard hats, safety glasses, and
Indians have lived here since the beginning. Famous warriors and buffalo hunters, following their spiritual ways such as the sun dance and maintaining a free existence. That was then, and times have changed. Still respecting our cultural inheritance of earth, air, fire, and water, the Blood Hills Telecommunications Company was formed by the Ghana Developments and File Hills Telecommunications Company of Saskatchewan to develop a 320-kilometer fiber optic facility.
Beside the General Motors exhibit, you'll find Toyota. I'm standing in front of Toyota's new Supra. The other vehicle that Toyota is making special showing of here is the 1993 Toyota full-size pickup truck. Let's have a look at it. The Toyota T100 is dipping its toe into the huge pickup market. The truck is almost 9 inches longer than the company's smaller pickup, though it's not as long as Ford's F-150 or General Motors CK pickup trucks. The T100 comes only with a V6 engine of 3 liters, and that engine develops 150 horsepower. This engine is also used in the smaller pickup trucks. As I said, the T100 is a full-size pickup truck because it can carry a 4x8 sheet of building material flat on the pickup box floor. Every auto show has a number of concept vehicles. This year, Ford showed this Mustang, just one example of many of the concept cars at the show today. Let's have a look at some of them. I've been at the auto show for a number of days. Unfortunately, I've only been able to spend a short time with you today. Perhaps next year you can come to the show yourself and see all of these great exhibits and cars yourself. Great to be with you. Bye for now.
The lie of an iron is measured from the tangent line of the sole up the shaft and through the bore of the shaft. When this lie is
Please select the Nicholas product button you wish to see more information on. While on any level, you may return to this menu by selecting the main menu Golf Ball in the upper right corner. At any time, you may move back one level by using the back button on the left of your screen. The core design feature of all Air Bear irons is the innovative linear dynamic system of progressively moving the center of gravity throughout the long, mid, and short irons to provide the optimum trajectory for each club. This makes the Air Bear irons perfectly balanced, giving you better control over distance and accuracy.
in each one of the irons, we've also incorporated the linear dynamic bar. It's very low in the long irons, which helps project the ball on a higher trajectory. It moves to a more mid location on the mid irons, which creates a more boring trajectory, and it's very high on the short irons, a very important feature to keep the ball down when hitting into the wind.
For 1998, Nicholas Golf Equipment has refined and enhanced this proactive placement of weight. As a result, the club head of the Air Bear iron is less prone to twisting. You also have better feel and increased control. The underslung hosel of the Air Bear irons facilitates squaring the club face at impact.
We added the weight back in the heel, and that makes the golf club easier to play with. We have a cambered sole and what we call a cambered swarf sole design, which provides less drag. As you can see, that there's a nice curve this way and a nice camber this way on the sole. There's less drag, particularly with the long irons, which is the hardest thing to play out of the rough.
Air Bear irons feature a significant amount of weight in the heel, toe, and sole. The four-way cambered sole has precision-engineered bounce progression. This promotes crisp shots and helps minimize turf drag, eliminates fat shots, and fosters higher spin with the short irons. The Air Bear irons also help the typical golfer Please select the appropriate button for the Air Bear iron you wish to see more information on.
Now here's something you might find real interesting. We call it M3, which is it's 3 different sets of clubs, 3 different concepts, all in one set. We think you're going to find this to be a pretty popular item. You ought to take a look at it.
Nicholas Golf Equipment is continuing to set the pace in innovative, cutting-edge golf equipment in 1998 with the revolutionary new Air Bear M3 irons. The term M3 refers to the unique system of utilizing 3 different metals to individually maximize the performance of each of the long, mid, and short irons. Long irons for ultimate distance, mid irons for accuracy, and short irons for maximum control.
Almost every amateur golfer has a difficulty hitting long irons. Jack Nicklaus is the best long iron player in the history of the game. At Nicklaus Golf Equipment, we've incorporated many of the things that he has shown us into the long irons.
Select the desired shaft for this club. Compression molded ozone graphite shaft, manufactured by HST, helps improve your iron game through technological advances far beyond standard shaped sheet-wrapped shafts.
The ozone shaft for irons is a unique geometrically compression molded shaft. It incorporates expanded shaft technology. This allows us to enlarge the butt size and move the weight lower into the golf club. The compression molding technique allows us to also adjust carbon fiber and internal diameters in order to specifically locate the flex and points along the shaft most advantageous.
Select club specs for overall club specifications or head specs for detailed club head specifications.
I was 11 years old when I got my first set of golf clubs. It was custom fit. It fit my size, my weight, when I was 11 years old. I've had custom clubs as I've grown up, and I know how important from that experience it is to learn the game of golf with the right set of clubs that fit you. So come to our fitting room. We can fit you with the right model, the right set of clubs that will allow you to enjoy and progress with the game more efficiently and with more fun. Come see us.
Welcome to the fitting room, where Nicholas Golf Equipment will help you determine which of our woods and irons are best for your game and how they should be fit. Please follow the directions of the prompts in the following profiles. You will be asked a series of questions to determine your body profile. Game profile, woods profile, and irons profile. Please input your answers directly into the computer. When you have finished, the fitting room will recommend the appropriate woods and irons from the Nicholas Golf Equipment product line. Once you have completed the fitting room program, please see a Nicholas fitting professional to complete the club selection process. Roll the cursor over the Profile menu and click on the item you wish. Roll the cursor over the profile. Roll the cursor over the profile menu and Nicklaus Golf Equipment recommends this club for your particular build and playing style. This is just the first step to a proper club fitting. Please see your Nicklaus fitting professional to complete your club selection. The new Air Bear 2 Beta Titanium is the state-of-the-art in drivers, incorporating technologically advanced design features and the hardest titanium used in golf, Beta Titanium, for ultimate distance. The body is constructed of 6-4 titanium. This aerospace grade of titanium is 60% lighter than stainless steel, yet 40% stronger. This allowed club designer Tom Stites to create a larger club head without making it heavier. The footprint of the Air Bear 2 Beta Titanium driver is equivalent to that of a conventionally shaped 300 cubic centimeter driver head. This provides optimal weight distribution and helps square the face at impact. All Air Bear 2 titanium drivers incorporate a face crafted from Beta Titanium, one of the few titanium alloys that will accept a heat treatment to over 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. Although a Beta Titanium face requires a much more elaborate manufacturing process than standard 6-4 titanium. Roll the cursor over the profile menu and click on the item you
Here you have our bag line. You know, I think a golf bag should do what you want it to do. Here we have our cart bag. It has all the compartments on the side that makes it easy for you to get into. It does all the things that anybody that's going to ride in a cart would want. Here's the staff bag, the style bag that I carry. Maybe too heavy for some of you, but when my son Gary goes, he doesn't make me carry this when I caddy for him. He comes down here and gets one of these, which is the stand bag or our carry bag. I like that one when I'm carrying. I like this one when I'm playing, but I like this one when I'm on a cart. Your choice. Welcome to Nicklaus Online, your direct connection to Nicklaus Golf Equipment.
Select the area in which you wish to view summary stats of Jack's career. Developing a golf club from the idea stage to the finished product is a fascinating but painstaking process. Every step is carefully monitored to ensure clubs bearing the Nicklaus name are precisely manufactured to our strict standards of excellence. Nicklaus Golf Equipment identifies those features that will help golfers of all abilities play better. The club is designed and prototypes are made. These are tested with a robotic swing machine, by slow motion video analysis, and by a wide range of golfers, including Jack Nicklaus himself. Based on the test results, modifications are made using three-dimensional computer models. The tooling phase begins with the production of masters, which are machine crafted to precise tolerances. The production tools are now engraved to produce wax patterns. Every club begins as a wax pattern. These patterns founded in 1993 by Jack Nicklaus. The Nicklaus Golf Equipment Company designs, manufactures, and markets. Select the geographical region within which you wish to find a Nicklaus design. Select the design.
To talk a little bit about the one I just hit that drive with. That's our new Air Bear 2. Went out there pretty good too. If you look here, it's very similar off of our Air Bear 1. We have the airflow channel, and we've even added a tail to the golf club to make it aerodynamically better. It allows you to get through the ball a little bit faster, and we think get a little bit more distance.
The greatest player in the history of golf has now created the most technically advanced metal woods in the game. the new Beta Titanium Air Bear 2 Woods. With guidance from Jack Nicklaus, club designer Tom Stites has enhanced the aerodynamic features that made the original Air Bear so effective, adding the airflow concept to the crown of the Air Bear 2.
This year we've improved on the airflow channel on the Air Bear metal woods. We've incorporated a channel on the top which also helps air move around the golf club. During most of the golf swing, the club is heel first. We're presenting a very low stealth profile to the airflow. This helps the golfer swing the club faster, which equates to longer distance.
Another innovation is hosel utilized balancing, or hub. The hub system utilizes a lightweight titanium hosel that has been moved closer to the club's sweet spot. This titanium hosel reduces performance-depleting club head weight by 47% in comparison to a stainless steel hosel.
We're using the commercially pure titanium hosel, which lowers the center of gravity into the head, at the same time moves it closer to the center of...
Please select the appropriate button for the Air Bear 2 metal wood you wish to see more information on. The Lady Air Bear 2 stainless steel body with Beta titanium face gives women all the benefits of a heat-treated Beta titanium hitting surface in an oversized club head. The lightweight Beta titanium face allows for greater perimeter weighting that makes this driver more resistant to twisting, reducing the severity of mishits. The aerodynamically sculpted crown and sole provides for optimum air. Select either stainless steel with Beta tie face or an all stainless steel Lady Air Bear metal wood.
Whoops. Tired of shots like that? Get the new Pro Nickel. This is our new sand wedge that we think will play shots like this for everyone. Give it a try.
Knowing a lot of Jack Nicklaus went in his new Pro Nickel wedges should make you more than a little excited. The golfer of the century was personally involved in developing the profile of his new Pro Nickel wedges, which feature a soft nickel club head and an ultra-flat CNC milled face.
The Pro Nickel wedges by Nicklaus are an extremely versatile series of wedges. For excellent feel, they've been constructed of a very soft nickel chromium alloy that is then plated. In order to achieve maximum backspin to the ball, the faces are CNC machine milled. This flat face imparts the maximum amount
The 57-degree super wide sole sand wedge creates greater effective bounce while providing exceptional playability from the sand.
The RAV4 has made quite an impression in the automotive marketplace, bringing new life to an otherwise stagnant segment of the market. Shortly after its introduction, Automobile Magazine named the new RAV4 the 1997 Automobile of the Year, noting that the RAV4 was fun to drive, fun to contemplate, and had plenty of praise for its comfort and conveniences. With RAV4's car-like components and Toyota's long pedigree in trucks, sport utility vehicles, and four-wheel drive, RAV4 is sure to offer customers the level of quality they expect from a sport utility vehicle. In this program, we match up RAV4 against such worthy competitors as the Honda CR-V, the Subaru Impreza Outback, the Suzuki Sidekick, and the Jeep TJ SE. Today's many sport utility buyers are looking not only for quality, but a whole new era of versatility, economy, and fun. RAV4, with its wide choice of models, drivetrain configurations, excellent fuel economy, and low-cost operation, fulfills these needs. And RAV4, which stands for Recreational Active Vehicle, is also meant to bring fun to the sport utility market. The introduction of this revolutionary vehicle means that buyers now have a new and wider choice of size, quality, and individual expression. The Outback's engine is a 2.2-liter four-cylinder that Subaru calls their Boxer. It uses 16 valves and a single overhead cam to produce 137 horsepower. However, it does require the added expense of premium fuel. When it comes to traction, Impreza features an all-wheel drive system, which is very similar to RAV4's. But it is interesting to note Subaru's position as stated in their owner's manual. The Outback is unacceptable for off-road use. It is designed as an all-road vehicle and not as an all-terrain vehicle. Remember that damage done to your Subaru while operating it off-road is not eligible for warranty coverage. This makes it quite clear that the Outback is not meant to travel where its name implies. So while it may be a good station wagon with its all-road, all-wheel drive system, it certainly isn't a sport utility vehicle. RAV4's full-time all-wheel drive system is Honda's door handles present the first problem to the CR-V owner, getting in. If you wear jewelry, reaching around to grab the handle can be a painful experience. And if you're wearing gloves, it's a struggle. For jeans and hiking boots, this high-entry step-over may be fine. But how about trying it in heels and a skirt? The rear seat entry and exit is the same, awkward, with a foot invariably catching on the door. Now look at the RAV4's door hardware. Easy to use no matter what you're wearing. The footwell is low, making it easy to get in and out. Once inside, CRV's door panels are nicely finished, but spoiled by this cheap plastic screw that could easily come out and cause the whole panel to come loose and rattle. Honda promotes ease of walkthrough to the rear passenger area. However, the floor-mounted parking brake causes foot trouble as it sticks out and could block the aisle. On the highway or through the bush, the Jeep forces itself along. Its square lines, with flat front and side panels, try to challenge wind resistance and crosswinds. Quietness, fuel economy, and stability all suffer as a direct result. RAV4's body, on the other hand, is smooth, rounded, and stylish. The aerodynamic lines are flowing so that it doesn't have to work to push through the air. Rounded edges and a sleek profile provide not only style, but quietness, fuel efficiency, and stability. Jeep side panels do not feature any type of protection, whereas RAV4's full lower body side cladding protects your vehicle in the bush or in the wilds of the supermarket parking lot. Take note of Jeep's high step-up combined with a high door sill, which makes getting in and out of the vehicle awkward at the best of times and could result in expensive dry cleaning bills. RAV4's low step-in means that no matter how much mud you've driven through or how short a skirt might be, there's no embarrassing situations. Jeep's standard soft top relies on side curtains to isolate you from wind noise and the elements. They're an open invitation to those unscrupulous individuals of society to assault your personal security. In the rear, there's no wiper or defroster to help keep the rear window clear on those wet, sloppy days. RAV4 security is ensured by a solid cocoon of glass and steel. Power locks and windows are available to further enhance personal security. In the rear, a large glass area incorporates a defroster and a wiper to provide excellent visibility even on the worst of days. A full box frame under the Jeep gives it considerable strength, but ultimately leads to big trade-offs in the areas of ride, weight, fuel economy, and overall efficiency. For over half a century, the Jeep name has been linked to four-wheeling, having fun in the great outdoors, and enjoying a specialized driving freedom. RAV4's gone several steps further and added comfort, reliability, and quality to that experience. It offers more in just about every way. Smooth, modern styling that's unique and distinctive. A rattle-free, comfortable unibody construction. Quality construction without cutting corners. A body that's sealed from the exterior elements and offers peace of mind security. A powerful modern engine with a sophisticated, efficient design. Precise and nimble rack and pinion steering, which provides positive driver feedback . The CRV, or Comfortable Recreational Vehicle, is Honda's first attempt at entering the sport utility market. Based on their past reputation for well-built automobiles, there is every reason to expect that CRV will carry on that tradition. Available only as a four-door model with an automatic transmission, CRV comes well equipped with a number of standard features, including power windows, cruise control, and air conditioning. Honda's answer to the all-wheel drive question is a system they call real-time four-wheel drive, which we'll discuss later in this program. RAV4 offers your customer a wider choice of vehicles with 2- and 4-door availability, manual and automatic transmissions, two-wheel drive, and a true all-wheel drive system. When it comes to performance, Taurus's overhead valve 3-liter V6 engine produces 145 horsepower. The rear seats of the Taurus are quite soft and appear to lack support. There are no adjustable rear seat headrests, and convenience items such as rear cup holders are non-existent. Camry's rear seating area is crisp and well executed. Adjustable rear headrests provide an extra measure of comfort and convenience, while rear cup holders make sure that those sodas the kids love to sip on stay off the floor and upholstery. And if it was raining or snowing heavily, Taurus has no rain gutters. So if you open a door, look where the water and ice will end up. Where on Camry, built-in rain gutters collect the deluge and channel it down and along the rear of the door. The Taurus's front seats are also very soft and may be uncomfortable on long trips. Camry's all-new body panels provide a crisp yet smooth wind-cheating design. The Maxima's .31 coefficient of drag means that it will have to push harder than the Camry's .30, which requires less power and creates less disturbing wind noise. While Maxima has been facelifted for 1997, the Camry has been totally redesigned. Not a single body panel is the same as the previous model. The generous use of sealers, galvanized steel, and sound deadeners results in a tight, rattle-free body that's built